that ain't annoying, I don't know what is. Alright. Probably throw that crowd pot up. Maybe I will grab it. I don't want to leave without at least one crowd pod for the frog. Dude, he lied to me. He straight up lied to me. Were you on earlier this morning when one of the guys said that they lost their pyromane? Remember when that one kid said that he lost it? His pyromane went invisible and it died? I was like, well, that sucks. Well, his story changed. And I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, I was actually asleep and it died when I was sleeping. I was like, oh, so now you're just lying to me. It's like, I just called him out immediately. And he started backpedaling and then he started saying sorry. And I was like, nope, I'm not giving you any chance. I'm not giving you the opportunity at all to continue the charade, banning you for 24 hours. You think about that for 24 hours. Go ahead. But I'm banning you for 24 hours. You can come back tomorrow if you really want, but think about how you're acting right now. I mean, seriously, think about how you're acting and how you've been acting, and think about how much of a trustworthy person you really are. So, I got my first unsubscribe today, my dude. I went from 75 to 74. Oh no. So, yeah, I mean, I understand glitches happen, and I was willing to work with him and help him back, help him get his stuff back. But if you're gonna just straight up lie to me, just so you can get stuff from me, then like I don't need that in my life, like so that's just yeah, he lied. So that's and then he apologized, he apologized and then it just I wasn't dealing with it. I'm not gonna deal with it. So he can do with whatever he wants to do in life. If he wants to come back tomorrow and try again. But I'm not gonna deal with that crap. I have a half a mind going in there and just giving him a ban. Welcome back in. Anybody joining back? Sorry about all that. I crashed. But yeah, I won't deal with that kind of stuff, dude. I will not deal with that kind of stuff. Like me and my wife, we have our relationship is based around trust. All of my actual real world people that I know that you don't lie to me. If you want, I don't believe blood is thicker than water, dude. I really don't care about blood. I will ban you from my life if you are the person that birthed me. My mother knows that. I don't. I don't have Xbox. But I generally don't believe very much stuff that I see online or read online. I got to be told by several sources the same thing for me to actually trust it. Dude, there are a lot of creepy people out there. There genuinely are. And like I told everybody earlier, I don't know if this person is actually a kid. I don't know if he's some weird 80-year-old man in a diaper in his basement watching, thinking that it's funny. Like I don't know these people. They could say whatever they want to say and say who they are, whatever they are. Am I going to believe that at the end of the day? No. I would be an idiot if I believed that at the end of the day. That would be weird, but it wouldn't be far off, dude. It wouldn't be far off. You would be surprised how creepy the internet is. You'd be very, very surprised. Like, exceedingly. I was given opportunity after I got out of the military through the Wounded Warrior program. So they have programs for prior service military to get into government jobs really easy. If I really wanted to, I could immediately be part of a government job. They need Homeland Security agents for a specific job that entails a group of people and a type of crime that I cannot be around. I will see. That's at that point. I'll be a criminal myself. I'm not able to be around these types of people because of one simple fact, and that's just rage. Very, very angry about a certain group of people. And my job and that Homeland Security would have been going in and grabbing the computers from these people and going through the evidence that these people did with kids, and have to sit through every minute of every video and look through every picture and all of that. And I declined the job. I couldn't. There's no way in any shape, form, or any version of freaking hell that I would ever be able to comfortably do my job. Why? So I declined it, decided it was not what I wanted. What's going on here? Oh, I'm out of food. Oh, God. Been away for a while. One of the Megatherians died. The weak is dying. First, I need to put the female. Hold on. You go up. I need to go out and get more food from the Megatherium, apparently. They start dying. Oh, no. Oh, no, indeed. You're the one that I really want. So I'll put you up next. Do I have... No, I have to go grab one more. 218. You're going to be put up too. This one will probably start starving before the other one. So let me put this one up. Run over here, grab a cryopod. Goodness. I haven't been doing I've been spreading myself out too thin. Nope. Well, crap. Your cup? That's funny, man. That really is funny. But yeah, there are a lot of people out there. Like I was telling you earlier about all that stuff. I know we jumped off topic, but people online are gross. Yeah, dude. Post it away. That is what the community is there for. I'm still kind of trying to figure out how to work it and all that good stuff. I am only one person, so. and I stream so damn much, I'm really thinking about cutting back a little bit of my stream time so that way I can do research and development and other areas like Discord and possibly making my computer capable of streaming so I have less stream crashing. You know what I mean? But with how much I stream, it's kind of hard to look anything up because I'm constantly streaming. I might need to talk to my cousin. And see what I can do about anything. Because he does a little streaming too. But he's over on Twitch, I believe. And he had just started streaming maybe a month before I started streaming. So, pretty cool. But he knows a little bit more about the computer end of things than I do. And because I stream from the PlayStation itself, I mean, I could try, but I'm probably not going to know very much of anything when it comes to the streaming stuff as my cousin. You know what I mean? Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, oh, I can imagine, man. But that's cool, man. It really is. Is it like is it custom or is it just a mass produce, mass product? You know? All right, give me a second. Pretty cool. Like a blender cup, or is it just a shaker? Like I could see it. Kind of hard to see it, but there. It kind of looks like it has like a blender at the top of it. They're just shakers. I mean, regardless, it's cool. I like the design on it. And it comes with the gamer fuel or whatever it is. I never really got into the. Yeah, yeah. That's cool, man. I have to check that out. I've never tried the pre-made energy drinks, all that stuff. That's a special deal. Yeah, yeah. Because the cup is cool. I do like the shaker cup. That is a nifty thing. Get the app. I could probably do that. Let me grab these berries real quick and take some nibbles off this meat. That I can believe, dude. Just a tiny little scoop will get you good. Oh, sad. Welcome in, welcome in. We're talking about Gamer Girl Waifu cups. Waifu, however you pronounce it. And Gamer Fuel. Because God knows, sitting on your butt, you need a lot of energy. I just drink Coca-Cola, man. But I am interested in trying maybe some of that stuff. Possibly one day. It might actually be cheaper in the long run to get that stuff in a bag of ice. You know what I mean? I prefer the caffeine. If I'm going to drink some sugary nonsense, I'm going to make sure it's caffeinated to all hell and back again, my dude. Mm. Ay, ay, ay. Am I just going crazy? Where'd I put my frog? It's not over here. Not over here. Not over there. I didn't put it up, did I? I think I did. This Rex I left out. This thing's a freaking monster. Oh, the frog's right there. All right. Got everything I need? Need my cigarette to stop going out. That's what I really need. Talk so much. Cigarette go out a million times. Did they finally remove some of the crap down? Ah, cool, man. There are a few really cool. Have you ever been to like an actual like old school game store where they have like Dungeons and Dragons and different comic books and posters and all that kinds of stuff? It's pretty wild, dude. They're pretty awesome. Like genuinely, they're a very cool store. Even if you don't watch anime or play Dungeons and Dragons, they're just genuinely a cool store to just walk through. Took damage like 5 hours after I just jumped in and walk away, and then I take damage. Oh, the Thyla. Mr. Thyla wanted my booty. So long. Farewell. Advita say and goodbye. No, thank you. Don't want it. No, thank you. Hello. Jump off your head. Let's get up here. Yeah, I think I'm starting to get some kind of nasal stuff myself, man. My wife, she looked at me yesterday. She's like, I think I'm starting to get sick. I think because I'm very nasally. Like I feel like I can't talk. And I just thought maybe it's because I've been using my voice so much, talking and videos all day since I've been, since I started. I've been doing it as much as I've been doing it. So maybe it's just that. But I'm starting to think otherwise. What's up, dude? How you doing, man? How was life treating you? Pretty good, not too bad. Pretty eventful today. Not a bad day. Found some pretty cool stuff in drops. Raised up some stuff. Got the army completely done. So the whole Rex army is done. We're still looking for that Rex blueprint, though. We are still looking for that Rex blueprint. That is why I'm still in this poisonous death trap right here. But other than that, not too much. Just hanging out. Did you hear about Trump? Like, for real. I thought my chat was just joking with me. Have you heard about Trump, though? Took a bullet to the ear. Pretty wild, man. Pretty wild. I read an article out for chat. Because I didn't believe it. Oh, you gonna die. You die, sir. Thank you. I thought it was one of the craziest things that happened today was hearing about that. Mm. Excuse me. You seen it? X Defiant? I've heard of it, dude. I haven't played it. Yeah, man. To be honest, I'm surprised that it didn't almost happen sooner. Like, so many people hate that guy so much. And it's like, we live in America. You know, anybody has that. So I'm surprised it didn't happen sooner. He's just so damn provocative that people just hate him or love him. You can't be in between. All right, if you're in between, you're wrong. On both sides. Both sides say you're wrong. That's what I'm saying, man. I'm there in the middle. As cliche as it is nowadays, I'm right there in the middle. I don't like either one of them either. If I had to pick between the lesser of the two evils, I mean, I feel like a rat stuck between a rock and a hard place. You know what I mean? Like, there's just no escaping it. You can't get out of it. It's either or. And it's like, you can't. I wish there was an independent, you know what I mean? Let me vote independently. I forget the guy's name, but oh God. Vermin Supreme. If you want a presidential candidate, look up Vermin Supreme, dude. For real. Check out Vermin Supreme. I would vote him for president. If Vermin Supreme were voted president, we'd take away your guns and give you bigger ones. Vehicles would be a thing of the past. Everybody would be issued a pony, and your pony would be your form of identification. Vermin Supreme, dude, he's freaking hilarious. He's like, a vote for me is a vote wasted. I vote for Vermin Supreme if I could. Dude, trust me, I know. I know. Trust me. I know. It's very sad, especially being a service member. I was in the Army, man. I was medically retired out. I'm disabled. But seeing this crap, ooh-wee! You should hear my echo chamber and the VA. You should hear the angry, grumbly old veterans. Man, well, trust me, I know. And I'm right there in the middle. You're fine. You're fine. But yeah, dude, I'm the oddball out. I'm Orange Man, not too bad. Orange Man, dumb. Old man, too old. Brain not work. Which one better? Mean, grumpy Orange Man? Old man fall downstairs, break hip. I'm falling and I can't get up. Life alert, help. You know, like that. Which one would I prefer? You know what I mean? I'm stuck. There's nothing that, like, you know what you have to pick. Just to, you know, you know. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. I don't like politics, to be completely honest. As much as I wish, you know, things would go back to the way they were when it comes to the American patriot spirit and the American, you know, America standing up for Americans and sticking by each other. There's always been some craziness, crazy nonsense, you know, and the history books are going to sway however they want to write them. Because I get stories from old people back in the day that actually share, you know, like my wife's grandma. She was in a time of separation. She was in a time that people were segregated. Said President Putin. Trust me, I know. But she was from a time that people were segregated. And she was a part of the crazy new movement. I mean, I don't call any other nation's presidents my president, so my president, sadly, is Biden right now. That is my commander-in-chief. That's what we call it in the military, my commander-in-chief. You don't have to respect the man, you have to respect the rank. You have to respect the uniform. And he is at the highest of all the uniforms in the military. We have a chain of command in the Army, and in every service branch, you'll see, at the very top is the president, and then you got the vice president, and so on and so forth, until you get to your chain of command and where they rank at in the system. So essentially, I have to respect the uniform. As much as I don't like the person, he is my president. My only president. I don't call any other presidents president. He's a definite child sniffer, and if you read his daughter's journal, it might make you think that you're probably right. And I know that I trust my mother-in-law's opinion of people, and my mother-in-law has the same kind of thought that I do when it comes to it. So I wouldn't be bringing my kids near him. I could tell you that much. I could tell you that damn much real quick. My kids would not be around that man. I don't know if he is or not, but I get the wrong vibes from him. So I can understand your point of view there. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, it's not about left or right at a certain point. It's like, dude, this guy is so old, and he's literally fallen down the stairs before. He doesn't know which way to go just walking to the White House. He's just, I don't know. I don't know. They're just, it's something, like I was just telling him, I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. There's not a whole lot that I can pick between. I can either pick between the guy that's going to probably stroke out and die in his sleep any day now, or the orange man that just got shot in the ear, which is probably now going to he's probably guaranteed now, just because of the fact that that's going to give him so much publicity and it's going to make America go retarded. Excuse my language. You missed it. Trump got shot in the ear today, dude. Look it up. Pause the stream. Look that shit up. Trump got shot in the ear today. Yes, sir. He almost got his head popped. But he is expected to be fine. It's non-life threatening. Yeah, dude, he got popped. Somebody was at a rally up in Pennsylvania, Butler, Pennsylvania. I read the whole article out for the chat earlier because somebody said it to me. They were like, Trump just got shot. And I was like, no. And I looked that crap up, and sure enough, dude, I read the article to the whole chat. They were just like, no way. Yeah, dude, he just got shot in the ear today. Well, the side of the face. It looked like the ear. But nobody's making any claims for, or anything like that. But yeah, dude, it's wild. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I'm not even joking. I mean, they're both old. But Trump isn't like mumbling and making up words, you know what I mean? Trump is actually coherent. They're both gotta wear diapers, dude. They're both peeing their pants. But both of them are the only things that we're given the offers to. So those are the only, we got, what other presidents are going to be on the list? I mean, legitimately. Who else knows who's going to be a candidate? I know Trump is. I mean, that's really the only candidate that everybody's going to be looking at. So I don't know. I really have no idea. I wish I did. But I have a feeling that it's going to give him a little power, knowing that he's a prior president that has survived an assassination attempt. So that's going to make people look at him in a different light as well, and depending upon how he uses that, he probably has a little bit more ammunition, you know, to sway the American people. Yeah, dude. Dude, that's what I'm saying. I don't even know. At this point, I really have no idea. But it's not surprising. I'm surprised it didn't happen sooner, in my opinion. Like, genuinely, I'm surprised it didn't happen sooner, because he's a very provocative man. Like, he enjoys pissing people off, and that is not a. He'll say it himself. Everybody knows it. But he's one of those people that, you know, he's just an asshole. You know, people don't like him because he's just a butthead. He's a great businessman. I mean, I'll give him that. And people say that the $1 million his daddy gave you. Yeah, dude, it really is. That's the best kind of word that I can try to explain to him. He's very provocative. He tries to get people going. And that's what his whole ploy is. He wants to get people going, because he's going to beat you with wit, dude. He might not be the smartest man in the world, but he's going to make you look dumb. And that's how he wins business deals, dude. Like, there's welcome in, everybody, welcome in. But that's what it is, you know. Nope. Oh, come on. Nope. But he wins business deals by making people look dumb. And he is, I mean, I can't say that he was a horrible leader, you know. He's led businesses and stuff. I can't say that he listens to his people. And I've as much as I hate talking about him, because I know people hate him so damn much. For instance, when I was there in Afghanistan, to even consider peace amongst all these different nations was not what you would consider. You would never consider, you know, all these people to consider peace. And while he was in office, he had convinced all these people to remain peaceful in their own sense, like legitimately. And he brought peace to the Middle East, and a lot of people don't believe that. A lot of people say that that's a shame, and it's not. If you look it all up, he brought peace in the Middle East for the first time in since Jesus was alive. So it's a very crazy. You know, he was the first president to walk across the DRC. You know, he met with the North Korean leader, dude. That's not something like, dude. They constantly looking at it. It really is fun, man. It's a genuinely fun game. It really is. I enjoy it. This is Ark Survival Ascended. I'm just kind of going through a cave right now. All right, man. Well, thanks for coming on today. Thanks for moderating and stuff. I appreciate you, dude. And I'll see you tomorrow, right? I believe it, dude. Yep, it's 2 a.m. It'd definitely be quite late. No worries. I've got what's known as insomnia. Why'd you delete him? Because why not? So provocative, sloth. Yes and no. Yes and no. It's not just about oil. But yes and no. We do like us some rich nations when it comes to certain things. You're not wrong there. We like making smart deals. But as for oil, I mean, Afghanistan didn't have oil. And we still went there. You know what I mean? It's one of those things that Yes and no. We just make smart deals with people, you know, that's what it is. We try to, at least. Sometimes we make those deals with the wrong people or side with the wrong side and figure it out later on down the road that maybe we shouldn't have done that. But it's just one of those things that it is what it is. You learn and we live. But with the whole Afghanistan, dude, like it's America's longest war. Yes, I do. So I stream Monday through the week except for Wednesdays. Wednesdays are the only days that I do not stream. So my wife is off on Wednesdays, and I like to spend my time with her on her day off, so I only take one day off a week. But yeah, I stream throughout the week. Today I've been streaming since 12 o'clock my time, so about 14 hours. Been streaming about 14 hours so far, 13 and a half, 14. Which is pretty regular. I do this pretty regularly. Sometimes my short streams might only be 6 to 8 hours, but nope. I don't make any money. I mean, I'm not that bad. I have insomnia, guys. So, I've said this. I know you. Some of you already know. I'm a veteran. So I have pretty bad sleep insomnia. So I'm good. I run off very little. I need caffeine and cigarettes. And determination. Sheer determination. But no, I'll be okay. But no, I don't make any money off of this right now. I'm hoping to one day. Oh, I know, man. Trust me, I know. I'll be quitting. I will be quitting eventually. I will be quitting by 35. But yeah, I do smoke still, sadly. It's one of those old habits that I've sworn my whole life by the age of 35 I will quit. So, and like I said, sheer determination. I've got a plan for it, so I'm not worried about it. I've even got the nicotine gum stacked up. Do you do weeds? I don't know. I don't know if I do the weeds. I don't think I feel comfortable with talking about illicit substances with random strangers on the internet at all. Sorry. I'm just naturally joyous. Ling Yen. No, this is PvE. But this is officials. If you ever get the itch to play officials, you're more than welcome to jump on and hang out. I'm on officials 5042. Let me show you real quick. So if you look over there on that side of the screen, it says the Island 5042. That is the official ASA server that I am on. So I do play on officials. And I have a pretty cool little setup. Right now we're just going through the swamp cave trying to get a Rex saddle blueprint because I have a massive Rex army of about 24 alpha slaying Rexes that I don't have any blueprint for. So I need to get a blueprint for them, and then once I get that, then I can oh, this little shit. Oh, this little shit. Go away. Go away, Arthur Clara. Oh. Nope. You're drunk. Go away, Arthur Clara. Oh, goodness. Alright, we got him. Oh, I wasn't done reloading. Come on, reload. So, I mean, yeah, if you want to start playing tomorrow, that's fine. I don't mind. And if you need a little help getting up on your feet, I can throw you a tool or two and maybe a little starter box. But, that's probably all I'm gonna be able to do. No, I have not reached the Overseer quite yet. I will. I will eventually reach the Overseer, but I have not reached it quite yet. We have done the Brood boss. I've done the Alpha Brood with people on my server. I've done the Alpha Megapithecus with people on my server, and I'm still trying to get the Alpha Dragon done. But I'll get the Alpha Dragon done with people on the server. The bosses that I can personally do right this second are is the Brood Mother. I can do the Brood Mother without a problem. Just the Gamma. I could probably now do the Beta with the 2 Rexes that I have saddled, but I only have 2 Rexes out of the 24 with a good saddle. So, but my Rexes are broken. My Rexes are so broken it's not even funny. Like they're probably tops. They're close to top stats, if not one of the highest breed line stats in the entire game. So they're quite broken, to say the least. I was gifted a breeding pair, and I have bred up as many as I possibly could. Yeah, man. Hell yeah, you're more than welcome to join me on boss fights. I have no problem with that. I'll even alliance with you so that way we can see each other and whatnot a little easier. Yeah, if you want to buy it, dude, you're more than welcome. Like I'm just telling him, if you're gonna play it for the first time, I would suggest going into an unofficial boosted server. I would even say Fibercraft. If you're learning for the first time, Fibercraft will give you the understanding of how to place things, what things are, what they do. You won't have any of the heartbreak, and then go from there. After you learn the basics, how to build and how to kind of play around with the pieces. Once you go from there, you can go to boosted servers. And boosted servers, we're going to teach you where the resource nodes are. So where all the different resources that you need to craft stuff. And you can craft stuff up a lot easier with the boosted server. And then from there, once you're comfortable with knowing where things are on the map and how things go. Yeah. This is it, man. This is it. And the actual people on my server, they know I stream, but they aren't, they're not really, like, not everybody in the server is a part of, my crew. This isn't really my server, per se. But everybody on the server here is actually pretty good. The veterans of this server, they're really kind. Just, if you know how ARC is in PvE is, you just be trustworthy. If they unclaim somebody on the server at one time, normally there's normally anywhere between 10 and 20 people, depending upon the events and stuff like that. But when they have a new map come out, a lot of people dip, but they'll come back. They'll come back and forth. There are a lot of main bases. So a lot of main bases on this map where a lot of people have massive amounts of storage of dinos, and a lot of breeders on this map where you can actually buy certain tames from them if you are into the whole hard poly thing and trading and taming, or trading up and buying things. There's a marketplace on the server. Yeah, it's not a problem. But yeah, whenever we do a boss, man, I'm sure if you're in the stream, man, you'll definitely know. A lot of people will flock over real quick. We have like 3 or 4, maybe 5 people on the server hanging out, and yes and no. So right now they do have a bit of a problem going on because of the Summer Bash. They have an event going on right now, which is kind of messing with stuff, and it's making it hard for the game to run, and it's just not running as properly. So I've crashed out a few times. So the easiest way to explain it is if you go into my playlist for this playthrough, the official solo, you'll see at the beginning of it, I have one video for the day. It's a 12-hour video for the day, and as you scroll up and you go through the different videos, you'll start seeing, oh, at a certain point, you go from making one video a day to making like 6 videos a day. Why is that? That's because every time my game crashes, I have to start a new stream. So anytime that you see my videos been chopped up into parts, that's because I've crashed. So as the Summer Bash drops, I go from making long form videos to the Summer Bash crashing my game out all the time and having like 6-part episodes for the day. So I'll be able to stream for like 2 or 3 hours, and then all of a sudden I'm not able to stream, because it's crashed out. Then I have to restart the stream and then get back into the game because the game crashed. So it's like a 5-minute process of me trying to get everything back set up and everything, and it's just a pain in the butt. So I can't say it doesn't crash, but usually it didn't. Once the Summer Bash is over, it should all go back to normal, and it shouldn't crash. So I was actually very, very happy about it when it first released, because I never crashed on release. After a few weeks on release, and I got it on a PlayStation, it was a very stable game. It never really crashed. Only up until recently with Summer Bash has there been crashing. So we got some good pants, I guess. Got another rifle blueprint. We got a maximum compound bow. Yeah. Well, it does that for me occasionally with this update that they have with the Summer Bash, but for the most part, once it goes back to its normal, that is massive. I have never really noticed how big that thing was right there. But once it goes back to its kind of normal routine, instead of it being the summertime bash event, it shouldn't crash as much, hopefully. Hopefully. I hope it's just Summer Bash, but it's very ironic. And if you go on the forums and stuff, everybody's talking about it. Everybody says that they crash a lot more, and it's just because of the Summer Bash event. So I'm not too sure, but it's not a bad game. I still play it. Obviously, I'm still playing it. I played it for 14 hours today. Yesterday, I played it for 14 hours. The day before that, I believe I was off. But the day before that, that was a short stream the day before the day I was off. I streamed for 6 hours the day before the day I was off. So I stream for a really long time. I answer questions, hang out. We don't even have to necessarily talk about Ark, you know what I mean? Oh, there's my beautiful boat. Thinking about going fishing. That's a very pretty boat. Oh, I love this boat. And this is on officials too. Which is very, very cool. Because I got a little motorboat that I go fish on. Vroom, vroom. Alright, let me turn this boat off. And I'll get back over here to the base, and I'll show you some of my wrecks and stuff. Ooh-wee. Oh no, he wants to eat my butt. I don't want him to eat my butt. my goodness, the stick has got me stuck. And he wants my butt. Go away, I don't want you to eat my butt. Went the wrong way around the mountain. This place is thick with rocks and vegetation. The last time I came through here, there was like 3 or 4 alpha raptors, which were great experience. I wouldn't mind finding some more of them. Welcome in if you're just joining us. If you're coming back from a prior stream, welcome back in. Thanks for joining us again. I'm going to flop my frog onto a cliff real quick. I'm hard focusing because I'm just trying not to die. This frog makes the wrong jump move and I go splat. Me very, very upset. We are playing on officials, and I am just now getting back to base. My subscribers have built right outside of my base, so it may take me a second to walk around their gigantic build over here. At least it didn't block my view completely. They were going to build that shit all the way down, man. We are here, back in my base. Got cementing paste I need to take care of. Got a little bit more melee on this frog. Oh, the beautiful boss fighters. And these aren't even the boss fighters. These are breeders. My boss fighters, these are the actual boss fighters. Oh, big meanie. Look at that level, man. These are redonkulous. Let those stats set in for a second. And look how much EXP I have. I've only got 8,711 XP for my next level. If you know anything about Ark, that means that this is a really low level. You get like 80 levels or so from the time that you pop them out as a baby till the time that they fully level up. This guy still has a lot of levels. Genuinely a lot of levels. Like this guy could possibly hit level 500. On officials, mind you. Not only the level, but look at the health. That's not that's 51,792 health. The melee is 1,803. It does over 2,500 damage a second. It's ridiculous. Let me get over here to the dummy real quick. So it's doing, in 5 seconds, it's doing 7,200. Let me switch its settings real quick. I thought I had it on 1. Not 5. I need it on 1. What's my DPS per second? There it is. So if I quickly click and I time it just right, I can hit. I don't know why I'm not able to do it right now. Almost 3,000. Yeah, there you go. So that's a lot of damage. As Billy Mays would say, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, this guy's broken. But let me get this guy put up. It is getting late for me, so I'm probably going to start calling it a night here soon. Should probably put this guy over here. Close that. Oh, buddy. We're gonna be that. We're gonna be out of meat. Goodness, I gotta put some of these guys up. The Rexes that are fully grown will be fine. But I want to put these guys up. Because we just got these. They're the new color. Sloth. So they're pretty nice. I really like these. Really? Oh, God. The cat's trying to eat him. Interesting. Annoying little thing. Uh, Whoops. Did not mean to put that in there. Throw that out. Throw these guys in here. Ay, ay, ay. Goodness gracious. Excuse me. Set this guy up. So we should be fine here. You're feeding on the trough. Let us see. Yeah, put the Rex in a cryopod too. But the Rex is going into a cryopod and then into the army. So this base has taken me about, I want to say about 3 months almost. It's been a very long while. But about 3 months. And I've actually had to tear down bits and pieces too. So I used to have a giant skyscraper right here. So the circle was the very base of the skyscraper. And this went straight up. But because I had too many building blocks in the area, I wasn't able to build anymore, so I had to tear it down. I also had a large building here, which is where I first started off. So when I first started off, it was just this 2x2, that gate right there, and then a building right here. Then I built this giant circle right here, and I used this as like a barn. And from here, I decided to build off on here for a water taming area, which took me a little bit. Yeah, that thing, yeah, it really is. It really is. So in certain spots, it's actually over build limit. So it's the building limit for one specific point area is 5,500 blocks. And in certain areas, especially right inside of this building right here, that building limit has been exceeded somehow, and I'm sitting at about 6,000 inside of here. Do I have something that I can build with so I can just show you real fast? Yeah, it takes quite a bit, man. Like, I've honestly never hit it myself. This is my first time hitting it. So you see how it says there are too many structures nearby up top there? If you look over here, up top on these this infos, if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines down, it says max allowable structured. Mine's about 5,938 out of 5,500. So I'm actually over. We'll just round up. We'll say I'm over 500 pieces. You know what I mean? So it's yeah, right here. So 6,000. A lot of pieces have been put into this building. A lot of pieces. But it's taken me some time, and it's not bad. It's taken a lot of time though, yeah. Yeah, yeah. So with the way that I've decided to, that's why the reason why I ripped this all down was because I was going to give me time to finish this off, which I did. I was able to finish this up. My next thing that I'll be ripping apart is I'm going to cut this thing in half. So not right there, but one more high right here. And all of that's going to be ripped off, and I'm going to put a roof over top. So that'll give me quite a bit more pieces here. I'll probably make a slant down right there. So there'll be like an angle right here. And I'm going to kind of downsize it. There's also a whole underside of the base. This is what takes up a lot of the blocks. All these foundations down here. And all of that stuff. I need to grab my fish while I'm here. So there are quite a few blocks underneath. I make all my buildings very flat. So in doing so, I have to put foundations underneath everywhere. So I can actually make a flat building area. And because I'm on officials, building area on the land is a prime real estate, and building area on the oceanfront, is next to impossible to find. So when I found this little spot on the beach, I decided to make that little tiny, it was in between two bases, two little huts. There was a hut there and there was a hut over here. And this little piece over here, I was just barely able to squeeze in. And I started building out just to get far enough away from them to where I could start spreading my floor plan out, because I was far enough away from the coast that I could actually build. So I just kind of went out deeper into the water until I could actually build, and that's where I started building. And over here was actually where I started building, but then I decided to wait. And this building over here on this side, it decayed and fell apart. So I was able to build this thing out over here. And then I just spread out. But it took a long time. It really did. Quite a few hours have been put into it. That's one of the big reasons why I don't allow people to join my tribe. Like, I don't mind playing. We can alliance. I'll go caving with you. I'll go bossing with you. I have no problem. But I do not allow you or anybody else or anything into my tribe unless I know. So, depending upon what your skill level is, how much resources you have, everything like that, this guy is pretty good, but it takes a lot to knock one out. It also takes a lot to tame one up. But this has got one of the bigger this is the biggest land dino platform saddle. So with this guy, you can build pretty decent sized base. You can put a whole bunch of stuff on him. You have a landing pad, all the stuff. But this is about the limit for a base, because they do have a restriction on how many items you can put on top of them. So just like with my base limit in there, this has the same kind of limit. But you can get a pretty good size house. If you don't mind a single high wall base, you can get way more pieces in and do more stuff. If you just want a tiny little, little base and have it all out in the open, that would work too. But Brontos are good, but they are definitely a difficult tame. Another more reasonable tame that has decent amount of space would be the Pracer. And they're a little bit more reasonable when it comes to the price for a land tame. But in most people's opinion, the best platform saddle base that you can get is probably going to be the Mosasaur. Mosasaur is going to give you the best bang for your buck. It's an alpha predator, so you don't have to worry about it getting hurt, very easily. You get a good a good platform Mosa saddle, and you can tank through everything. So it's one of those things that if you have the resources and the know-how to do it, Mosasaur. But if you're just starting off, I'd start off with the Pracer. Pracer's pretty good. But one of the only other problems with dinosaur platforms is it works just like a raft. If you're really, really new and you wanna experiment with building a mobile base, this is your king right here. Look at this. This is a raft, my friend. A raft. You even got generator on it. I got power and electricity. I have no gas in it right now, but I put a bed here, hang out, do what I want. The back of this, you know what this is used for? The reason why I built it like this? Check this out. You run in, you leave that door open, you guide the Argent Davis that you're trying to trap in, and you can shut that door. And guess what? The Argent Davis is too big to fit. Yeah, dude. It does. That Argent Davis will get stuck right here. This boat, it looks like a boat. I mean, it's a boat. You got this deck right here. This is the inner deck where you can put all your crafting stuff, your mortar and pestle, your crafting station, your forges, your generator. I put a refrigerator in here as well. I got a preserving bin right here. And then back here, you can trap your Argent Davis or other things that fit through these doors. You can trap them in here. And then up top here on this deck, you have this whole area, landing pad and all that stuff. You can put ladders here going up to the very, very top, which I don't have on this deck, on this boat. But I love boats so much, man, that I actually made the motor boat. So I stopped using that boat. Where is my motor boat? My motor boat's over here. So let me go to my motor boat. And then I just made a fishing boat, actually, too. So this is my exploration boat, which is kind of designed around the same idea as the last boat, but it is a lot more spacious. So this is the taming area right here. So it's very spacious. This thing has been beat the crap and back again. But this thing's a lot more spacious in here. And it's got lights just like the other one. My bed here, that's the floor from over here. But it's all made out of metal. I have my generator here. I need to back the boat up just a little bit, so that way I'm not inside of my building. But it's got, this one's view is a little bit more restricted, but you still got a decent enough view to kind of see where you're going. So it's not horrible, but it's definitely a little bit large, so your view isn't the absolute best, but it's not the absolute worst. Let me turn this boat off real quick. Let's turn the motorboat off. And upstairs, I have this fridge here, so I used to use this as a fishing boat. And this was a drop chest for some of the fishing stuff. And you can stack a whole bunch of stuff up here. I actually stack up Megatherium. So when I was first doing the boss runs, and I still do it too, whenever I want to do a boss run, you would stack your Megatherium here along the edge, and then you would put your Udi right here. You can also line your roof with Megatherium as well. So I'm able to fit, I think the most I got was 14 Megatherium on my boat with one Udi. It was just an obscene amount. I put a butt ton of them on my boat. So, but this one has a ramp going up to the roof. A lot more space on the motorboats. But still, you know, the regular boat is, the regular raft is still really good. It is not a bad investment. And they're so cheap. I know they're expensive early game, but in the long run, they are such a cheap investment. And it gets you so much farther into the game. As long as you build out of stone. Pro stat. Do not build out of anything but stone. Like, legitimately. This is one of those luxury things that I will spend the cash on. So that thing is awesome. I will show you what its uses are, so that way you can be astounded. If you're an old school Ark player, you're going to be like, dude, I need that. Like right now in my life, this is something that they should have brought to ASE. So do you see this right here? This is the cart. This can just be thrown onto the back of the Megatherium, and you can build off of it. This is a trough. We all know and love them. Troughs can be a pain in the butt, especially this guy right here. This guy right here is wood. It's not like a tech trough. It doesn't refrigerate anything. It just spoils. So in the trough, I like to throw some stone. The reason why I throw stone is because it kind of chokes it off. and makes it to where it doesn't waste food as quickly because you're getting less of it. But if we look in here, you see this little thing right here where it says disable consumable transfer from cart. It does exactly what you think it does. So let's get back in here and I'll show you what I'm saying. Let's take a couple of these berries out. Let's just take all these out. I don't need these berries. Now let's watch the bottom down there. What happened? It transferred from the cart to the trough. So now your trough will become auto-filled whenever it gets emptied. So all those berries that I just took out are still in my inventory here. So because it auto-fills, you can just throw all of your berries. It's like an ammo dispenser for the old game, ASE. So with this, dude, it is awesome. I love this so much. It makes breeding and baby feeding so much easier. It's so convenient. It really is. And this is a basic setup. You got to be close, but it is modular. I'll show you my carnivore setup. And then you can kind of, use your imagination that you could definitely add more to it. So my carnivore setup, it's a lot longer. So all these things are going to be feeding a little bit longer. So this right here is how I have it set up. You see how one's on this side and one's on the other side? So this guy right here, not this, this guy right here, if I did that, it would do, I'm running a little low on meat. We just raised up 24 baby Rexes. But it's the same concept. So this one fills up this one and that one, all at the same time. So we get that one filled and that one filled, all with this. So that means that if I could do it on that side and that side, that means that I can also do it over here, and I can also do it over there. So you can have a big spread with one central feeder area. So what I do is I set my stoves up over there, and I bring the food over here, and I put it into the refrigerators. So it makes it so much easier. And as these get eaten, that's the reason. It's because it's refrigerated. I don't fill it with stone because I'm not worried about it spoiling. You know what I mean? Like all this meat won't spoil because it's being refrigerated. And the regular trough, it will spoil because it's not refrigerated. It's just a regular wooden trough. This one, I don't throw stone in because it doesn't spoil as quickly. It's refrigerated, so you're good. They'll eat it before it goes bad. The other one, you want to kind of choke it off a little bit. And the more stuff you have, the less stone you have, the less stone you want to put in there. But the less stuff you have, the more stone you want to put in there. So you choke off the food a little bit. It won't spoil as quickly. It will get eaten at a slower rate. So you want to choke it off a little bit more, the slower the rate is. Because if they're not going through all of them, and they're eating, and they're not going through everything, all the stuff underneath it will start spoiling. So that's why I do it the way I do it. But it's really varied by whatever, amount of stuff you have going on in your base. You know what I mean? So if you got double the animals I have, you're going to probably need a lot more space on the back of these things too. So it's not just build on it. You can actually build with foundational pieces too. So you can put roofs. So you put ceilings here, and you can make a very long. So you can go one forward, one backwards, and it's 3 wide. So you got 3 by 5, a 3 by 5 platform that you can build off of with these things, and you can just load it with refrigerators, dude. Just load it up. So they're nice. And you can also use them as a mobile base too. So if you're talking about a mobile base, this one's pretty nice. Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's only on the cart. You can only do that with the Bob's Tall Tales DLC. That's one of those spend your money so you can have this awesome DLC. That's one of those things. The DLC's actually got a lot of really cool stuff in it. I don't feel bad for buying it myself. I guess I don't have it on me right this second. I must have put it up. But the DLC is actually going to give you auto doors and stuff like that, and all these glass structures right here. That's from Bob's DLC right here. So these are actually stone. I can take the skin off and it will turn back to a stone wall. But this is all stone. It's not really glass. It's just that skin, and that's part of Bob's DLC as well. There's a few things about this DLC that are pretty cool, and that's why I got it. You can also get the Oasis sword, but it's a giant lag machine of doom, so be careful. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I enjoy it. Tis a good game. And they're doing a lot of player features that players have been asking for. They are now allowing some unofficial mods. So these guys right here, believe it or not, I didn't have to pay a dime for. These guys come in an official approved mod that you can play with. So what you go and do is you go into the mods list, and then you can download these mods. This is the Kingler mod, but because it doesn't allow the actual mod itself, Kingler went in and made mod skins that look like some of the items in his mod. So you're able to use some of these skins to cover like different parts of your house. That's how I made some of my stuff. And some of these seats from my boat, that's how I got these. These guys right here, the sci-fi bookshelves, are the things that I have out there. That's a sci-fi bookshelf. And they're allowed to be on officials. And it's not just you that will get to see them. Everybody sees this. Everybody can see that. That's exactly what they see. It's not like in the old games where when you didn't have the mod, it didn't appear or it showed an error. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. You might be able to do that. You might be able to do that. I'm not too sure. I am not entirely sure, man. You'd have to see, but I don't know. All right. I'll put this guy up real quick. There's nothing in his inventory. Very nice. I really should start going to bed. It's already 3 o'clock in my time. Throw this meat in these refrigerators over there. But if you've played ASE before, man, you'll enjoy this game. It's actually, in my opinion, it's going to be better than ASE. I know a lot of people don't like the idea that you're paying for the same game, and on top of that, it's not even fully done yet, and it's releasing. But they're trying to polish these maps into Unreal to make them as beautiful as they can, and you know, they're doing as good of a job as I don't want to say they're doing a great job because they're not doing a spectacularly wonderful job at it, but they're not doing horribly. You know, it's still a beautiful game. It still works. It's nice. It's not bad. Got so much cementing paste on me. All right. Very nice. Yeah, oh yeah. So the community's kind of split. So half of the community still plays ASE, half the community's playing the new version, ASA, and it's basically anytime that a new map releases, you'll see a giant influx of new players that'll come from ASE, into ASA because now their new map is there, so they want to see what it looks like in the new version. So they'll come in and they'll play it, and they'll probably fall in love with it and stay over here. But for right now, we still have, I want to say, we're a little over half on ASA and a little under half over on ASE. But ASE is still very popular. But ASA is coming back, and it's going to be more popular than ASE when it actually completes. So some people don't have their favorite map, and I can understand. I don't want to play on a game that doesn't have my favorite stuff quite yet if I'm used to playing it the way that I'm used to playing it. And it's literally the same game, it's just more pretty. So it really depends on how you like to play the game, what you like about the game. I like the weather. I love the clouds, even though I have them turned off. I don't think they'll stop working on it once Arc 2 comes out, to be honest. When Arc 2 comes out, have you seen that it's actually not even going to be the same kind of game as this? I think, honestly, if they don't do Arc 2 right, it's going to flop because all the players are going to be like, this isn't Arc. This is like your attempt at making Dark Souls with dinosaurs, because it's all combat driven, not so much what you see here, but it's going to be more, you can counter moves, you can roll, dip, dodge. There's going to be a lot more fighting, melee fighting in it, and not so much anything else. Like, it's just going to be a lot of sword play and fighting. I don't think there's going to be very many, if at all, any guns, because they're trying to. Yeah, it really doesn't, man. Like, it really doesn't. So the more you look into Arc 2, the more you realize it's not even the same game as Arc. And in all reality, this is the real Arc 2, you know what I mean? So with this being the next generation, this is going to be what we would consider Arc 2 ourselves, So it's just one of those things. I think that this game's going to end up being the king of all of the Arc products, just because of how beautiful, man. Just the trees have leaves, my guy. I mean, look at that stuff. I am all the way down the beach, and I can count the leaves on that tree, my dude. I can count the leaves on that bush. I'm on PlayStation 5, and I'm counting leaves on bushes that are all the way up the side of a damn mountain with a crappy spyglass. Like, it's staggeringly beautiful and overwhelming at times. Here, let me see if I can toss the clouds back on real quick. Hold on. I'll throw the fog back on, even though I hate it. And let me throw these clouds back on, because the clouds are just gorgeous. Yeah. Look at that storm roll in, my dude. Those clouds are gorgeous. But I turn mine off because I'm streaming. It's hard to see. The weather effects are amazing. The snow is just breathtaking. These clouds are actually entities. Like, you can watch them actually move across the map, slowly transform and change, and just kind of like, they act like real clouds. This is real time. You just seen that one just kind of slip away there? They're kind of morphing away. So the weather pattern's kind of shifting and changing. You can watch the clouds it's just gorgeous. They're changing over there. The storm's getting a little rougher in that area. It just blows my mind, man. It really does. And then the reason why I turned the fog off is because of this. I can't see nothing. Nah, nobody will play with any of these stats on PvP, dude. There ain't nobody in the world that are going to play with any of the beautifying effects. I don't even like playing with the beautifying effects. I prefer it like this. As silly as it is, I prefer it like this, because now, let's jump in the water. Oh my goodness, I can see. Wow. And when thick sea fog rolls in and you literally can't see anything. Like I had to help out Sloth. It's like I can't see anything. I really can't see anything. Like you have to turn this off, dude. We're on top of an ice mountain and it's foggy. Like you will have to sit here until the storm is over because there is a blizzard and you can't see your hand in front of your face. The weather effects are just crazy. I don't think you can choose day or night. I wish you could, but I don't think you can. Because I'm on an official server, that's an admin thing. But because I'm on an official server over there, I'm not able to do that kind of stuff. But you can if you're an admin. You can change day-night cycle, but you cannot. You can only change some of the graphic settings, and the clouds and the rain, the clouds and the fog are both weather settings. So yes and no. There are certain things that you can. I believe you can play with the grass as well, but I want to say they nerfed that or turned it off because PvP players were playing with their settings all the way down. They could see everything. The grass is there to hide things, and if they have the ability to turn it off in PvP, it's going to alter the game too much. But with clouds and fog, it's not altering the game to hide you. Like, you still be able to hide in the bushes and stuff. But yeah. Well, honestly, dude, I don't even like PvP in this game. It's just there's too many cheaters, and that goes for both of them. ASE and ASA are full of cheaters. They're full of griefers, meshers, people that find nefarious ways of getting into your base and destroying it from the inside. It's just I don't play PvP because I know how crappy people can be. So, what's up, man? How you doing? Did you want to see the Rex line? I think I was telling you about it earlier. Show you my Rex line real quick. I'll be getting off here in a little bit because it's like 3 o'clock in the morning for me right now. But let me throw this guy out. Is it this one, or did I throw him into my other? I accidentally threw him in here. Hold on real quick. How you doing, man? I see you. Ling Yin, what's up, dude? I'm going to show you my Rex real quick. I know you were, I was telling you about it earlier. You were talking about wanting to come in and play PvE. So this is my Rex that we can do bosses with. I got a whole bunch of them. It's not just this one. But that's 51k health. That's 1800 damage, melee damage percent. And it's not just this one. They're still getting levels. But this is my Rex army. They're all pretty crazy. Some of them have the old health. Some of them have the new health and the old melee. This is a mix of them all. So this has got the old health and the new melee. This one's got the old health. Or this one's good. This one's got the new health and the new melee. This one, that's Generation 3. We're good with that one. That one's a Generation 2, so that one's got the old health and the new melee. But, you get what I'm saying. They're pretty crazy, man. They are pretty crazy. But their damage that they do is just insane. So we'll be able to do, once I can get on, why can't I get on you? We'll be able to do alpha bosses with this, no problem. With this breed line. This breed line was designed and mutated for bosses specifically. Why aren't you letting me hammer it out? There we go. Nope. There it goes. So if you do it just right, you can get about 3,000 damage. So you see how much damage I do in 1 second? It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous on all levels of ridiculousness, but it is broken in a good way. So we should be able to do most of all boss fights. I mean, we could probably even do the dragon with this guy. even though it's a carnivore. And these guys, they are my Megatherium army. They're not the best. They aren't the worst. They could do just these guys right here could do the gamma. Just this little set right here. I could do the full gamma by myself with just these guys. So a UD and 5 of these guys, and I can do the gamma, no problem. But I will have my Megatherium line will be the next thing that I'm starting up, because I just completed the Rex line. So this is the Megatherium line that I'm working on. And these are a matching set over here. And the male I have up. And I have another breeder female coming in. But it's pretty good. They're not the worst. They're not the best. And when they imprint fully, they have pretty good. Yeah, so there is a limit for tribes and their dinosaurs. I don't remember what it is. But that's not it. Is this it? No, no, no. That's it. So this is the good Megatherium. This will be the actual line that I'll be using. And those are the stats imprinted. So that's 100% imprinted. It comes out to be 551 melee and 9,200 health. It's pretty wild, man. And that's unleveled. They're still not leveled up. They're still juvenile, so they don't even have the ability to level up yet. So they're just wild stats. They're just wildly crazy, unusual stats. My berry, dude. My berry's broken. Have I showed you guys my berry? Let me show you this baryonyx real quick. Where is my berry? Look at the mutations. On the mother side, there's almost 4 million mutations. On the father side, you're not reading that wrong. That's 23,868,680 mutations on the father side. We have almost 4 million mutations on the father side, and almost, or not 4 million, 24 million mutations on the father side, and almost 4 million on the mother side. Oh, it's broken. This thing does as much damage as my Generation 3 T-Rexes. My newest generation T-Rexes do the exact same damage as this guy. And this actually does more. So I got a few friends that I play with. There's somebody, one of my subscribers. He really likes my channel, and he comes in with some crazy gifts sometimes. And he's seen me play, and he just likes my channel, so he'll surprise me with some of his friends are super dino breeders, so they'll be getting rid of certain old dinosaurs, and he'll grab them up, and I'll take the scraps. You know, I have no problem with that. But this line is all me. This has not been, nobody's given me anything for these guys. This is my line, my personal line, and these two are both matching stats. So this guy and this girl right here are both a product of me. They're not anything, you know, awesome. And I just got my first melee mutation on one the other day. So I'll need to mature that up and replace the male with them, and then start breeding that one. Then I'll get my melee mutations, and I'll start making my own line. But this is my own personal line. These lines were given to me. So I was given this male and one female. And from that one female and that one male, I started popping out babies. And then I got another female, and then I'd pop out 2 babies, and then I got another, and I'd pop out 3. And then you see the train wreck that occurred, and now we have a full line of babies. And if you want to go back, you're more than welcome to go back and see that I'm not lying. It's all on stream. But it's a few of them gave me a couple of gifts. I got a crazy gift the other day, dude. A subscriber came in. He's like, "Hey, man, I want to give you something." I was like, "Okay." So I went over and I followed him. I'll bring it out real quick because it's just insane, man. I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't, because I've never owned one, ever. Not even in modded. I've never owned one, and it just kind of blew my mind. I was like, what am I supposed to do with it? Like, I don't even know how to use it. I was given this as a gift because one of my subscribers came in. Look at that thing, dude. What? And then the Joker said, I'm going to bed. See you later. And he left. He left me with a Phoenix. Dude, I've never had a Phoenix ever. Like, ever. I didn't even know what to feed it. I was like, what does it eat? Before you go, like, teach me. You're just going to leave me with the rarest tame in all of Ark? Dude, it blew my mind. It blew my mind. And it's all because I guess I'm a streamer now, man. To be honest, everybody keeps calling me the streamer, you know. I guess I'm a streamer. So I guess these are some of the benefits, I guess. I don't know. I really don't know. But I felt unworthy. To be completely honest, I just felt unworthy. And he's like, no, dude, you deserve a higher level one. I was like, dude, you're just, come on, man. Like, that's a lot. That's a hard tame. On top of that, it is the rarest tame. It just, you know, it's one of those things that because I am who I am, people like to hang out, chat, and apparently I tickled a few people's funny bones enough to want to help me out with get me along through the game a little quicker. So that's where I'm at, dude. Just kind of hanging out, getting through the game. We're breeding up all the stuff that we can. Just hanging out. We're just trying to make friends along the way, you know. I'm brand new at all this stuff. I'm really, like, I've never streamed like this in my life, and I've been just regularly streaming, trying to keep going with it. And that's my promise to myself and to all of my viewers that I got, because I've got a lot of viewers already. Like, I got regular people that come in and we just hang out all day, which is pretty cool. It's just, I've never felt that I've been in a position with any kind of career path that this has really given me. And the only reason why I'm able to pick a career path like this is because I'm disabled, because I'm a disabled veteran. So I get a pension every month. So my bills are paid. I'm not doing anything. I'm just sit at home all day lonely. And do I really want to sit at home all day lonely and just be depressed and mopey? Nope. I think I'll stream. So that's why, one of the big reasons why I started. And I already played the game like a madman anyways. I've got a lot of hours in the game. And there's a video I've seen online that says if you do something like a job, just record it. Record it or stream it. People will be interested. People will stop by, hang out. You can explain your hobby or your interest and just share it with the world. And you might be surprised. You might become popular. So it's not bad. And the same aspect, I mean, you know, it's one of those things that I've had to find myself something to do, because after a while it is a game, you know, and I have put literally over 3,000 hours into it. So it's like at a certain point it does get a little dull, but that's where the community comes in. I'm not doing anything in the game right now. We're just hanging out and chatting, you know what I mean? And that's what it is. So it's nice having a community because it makes the game better. It makes my time a little bit better, hanging out with people online, chatting it up. I've met people from around the world. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. I really do. Oh, no, you're fine, man. You are fine. Nope, it's no problem. It really is not a problem. But yeah, see what I mean? Just hanging out. People come in, chat it up. I was in a rollover in Afghanistan. I'm being dead serious. The vehicle landed on top of my foot, almost ripped my foot off. So I've had a few major surgeries since, but I'm a disabled, service-connected combat veteran, man. So I was flown out of Afghanistan to Germany. I went from Ramstein to Landstuhl. So I have two spots in Germany. Then I was Walter Reed, I believe it is, the big one out there in New York. I went there for a little bit. I was there for like 3 or 4 weeks. And then from there, I went to Texas and then back to my unit. Oh, dude, you're fine. Thank you. And it's not a big deal. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I can walk. So it's my cuboid bone was smashed in half, and I had microfractures through my whole foot. Basically, all of my bones in my foot were just smashed up. And when your foot's supposed to look like this, my foot looked like that. So I've had to learn how to walk 3 times now, 4 if you include. Yeah, it was rough. It definitely was not a pleasant experience, but I stumble around. You know, I can stand for prolonged periods of time of like upwards to like maybe an hour before I have to take a seat for a good couple of minutes to rest up. Dude, there's only one way I can look at it. When you're in hospitals with literal half people and dudes are missing parts of them that they don't want to be missing, and guys are having issues, and like you can't do anything but laugh. That's the only way that you can look at it, man. It's dark stuff, but in the same way, you know, laughter is medicine, and it will help you feel better about most situations. In most situations, if you just kind of chuckle, as long as you're not going insane and laughing hysterically, you know what I mean? Yeah, just to be alive, I can understand. But it is what it is, and because of that, that's why I'm disabled. But living on a disability check, you know, it's not even a disability check; it's VA pension. I get my money through the United States Treasury, but it's one payment once a month, so it's enough to pay my bills, enough to kind of live off of, but not enough to really, you know, go out and vacation. And my wife works because we like to have what we refer to as play money. It helps top the rest of the bills off because it doesn't cover, you know, all the bills, but enough of the bills to where if we downsized right now, it would be a little easier to live, but it's enough to get by. It's definitely enough that if we were in a smaller place, we could definitely get by on it. But it's not really enough to like vacation. You know, I'd like to be able to bring my kids out on vacation, and my wife feels the same. So she works a full-time job. I bring in what I can, and this is more so a hobby than anything. So I'm just trying to. I live in Texas, man, and yes, my rent is very expensive. My rent here right now is 2,200 a month. Yeah, yes, sir. Shocks and all. All right, man. I appreciate you being out here. Thanks for joining us tonight, dude. For real. I'm about to do the same myself. All right, man. I'll be on 12 o'clock to you see what time I'm on now, so 12 o'clock to whenever. But I'll be on, man. But I'm going to start getting off for the night, ladies and gentlemen, or whomever is on still. I appreciate everybody being here for real. Thank you all for hanging out with me and having conversation and questions and whatnot and all that stuff. I'm more than happy to answer any of that stuff, and I appreciate you guys. And I will be back on tomorrow to our regular streaming. I might be on a little bit later. I look forward to seeing you guys too. Thank you. May your pillows always stay cool. You too, Graham. I didn't even know you were in here, dude. You have a great night, man. And I appreciate you guys for real. Seriously, thank you guys. All right, good night.